Hello folks, Junkie Rock 13 here. Everything vaping related, it's Junkie Rock 13. My real name is Ross Sanders, and I'm here bringing you another little look at kind of a love affair that went on in China. Two devices kind of hit it off. The GG Telescopic with the little side button here had a love affair with the Lambo. Variable voltage, standard tube knob with a little side button here. It's got this little end on it right there. They had a little love affair, and they ended up with a child that was called a transformer. Let me just take this off of here. Now, if you look at this, the transformer is basically a mixed up combination of the GG style side button over here, this telescopic portion, and somewhat of a air control valve up here on the top. And it has the look of the Lambo. Okay, it's variable voltage. Has the same little red button as the Lambo there, a little power button there, and a little up and down variable voltage right there. So, this is the outcome. Let's take a closer look at it. Let's see what I think about it. Okay folks, so here is the close-up of the L-Rider transformer, or L-Rider transformer, world's first telescopic variable voltage mod. The box that it came in got a little crushed here, but I did receive this from a co-op, and let's take a closer look at it. Okay. Let's say that the packaging is not the best of quality or the nicest presentation piece. When I first open it up, I do notice that there is an instruction page here. It tells you all about the settings and warnings, picture of it. Okay. Then it comes in this nice, fancy, thin piece of plastic. Okay, I'm just going to take out the device, throw that off to the side, and let's take a look at the transformer. Now this is the chrome version. I believe this is the only version that is available right now, but it seems like it has a nice finish on it, nice shiny finish, but you will notice that it is a fingerprint magnet. Okay, let's just look at the 510 connector up here. Now if you notice up there, the 510 connector, when I first got it, the center post in there, the little floating center post in there, gets pushed down when you put your atomizer or cartomizer on there. But that was a little off to the side. It was not in the middle. You might be able to tell that it is a little off to the side now. I hate this lighting. Okay. But I did pry it over a little bit to straighten it out because it was almost touching the threading. Well, inside there is a nice large deep drip well. 510 connection. You can use everything like your Stardust. Okay, they screw on there nice. But there is no ego threaded connection. So if you do have the threads on the outside of the skirt hanging down here, there is no threading on there. And then we have a, let me just show you the little holes it comes with there. It has 5 little tiny holes right there. Okay, in this little ring will adjust the airflow. Now, I was a little hesitant about this airflow because I have had airflow on other devices that did not work that well, but this really did work. Now, the way they made it work is this is like a flat connector here, so there's no little slits that will allow air to come in off of an atomizer or cartomizer. So the air is coming from down where that center gold post is, and it is being controlled coming out of them 5 little holes. So this air control valve does work pretty nicely. Then right here we have our up and down. Let me just grab a battery real quick. The battery sizes that can be used in this, here is the 18650, the 18490, excuse me, stay still, don't roll, yeah, it's not gonna happen, and the 18350. Now you can use any one of these 3 because of the telescopic portion of this device. If you're not familiar with telescoping devices, what this basically does is this section actually extends out all the way out, so you can put an 18650 in there. Now let me just throw in an 18650, positive side up. Now I'll bring it all the way down. Put on the bottom, and then I will tighten it up so it makes connection. Then you'll notice that I do have a blue light coming on, and it comes on at 3 volts. Now I hate my lighting for this, I am so sorry. But you notice on this side the positive button does just what it says it does. It goes up in 0.1 voltage increments. And then this one goes down in 0.1 voltage increments. Okay, now if you want to lock it into position, I have to do something about this lighting, I really do. Okay, I'm gonna put it on 3.8 volts just for this, and then if I hold both of them down together for 5 seconds, it locks that voltage into place. Then if I hold them both down another 5 seconds, I can resume adjusting them back and forth. Okay, now the red button looks like a power button. Hold it in and it will turn the device off. It will not fire. Hold it in again and it will turn the device back on to the setting that you had it last set at. The one other thing that this little red button does do is if you hit it repeatedly, it will show you the wattage or the voltage that is left in your battery. So I hit it, I think 5 times, and it's showing that I have 3.7 volts left in this battery. I did not grab a charged battery. Let's just lower the voltage down so you know that it is the battery setting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, I can't see it myself. Okay, you notice that it went to 3.7. Alright, now let's talk about this switch. This switch is a side-mounted switch, very clicky, unlike the GG mechanical side mount switch. It just has the appearance of the GG button, but not the functionality. It does have a little threaded knurled section nut right there, and when I take it out, you can notice that there is like a little push button in there. So this is just a exterior button that makes connection with the switch there. So I'm just going to put it back on. You can actually, if you wanted to, loosen. Let me put this back in there. Come on. Okay, there we go. But if you did want to not have this go off in your pocket, I would turn the device just off by holding this down for 5 seconds. But if you wanted to, you could actually loosen this up a little bit to the point where it don't make any contact right there. Okay, and the switch will not make any contact. It is almost coming out. I don't suggest it because this button is going to end up falling out and getting misplaced. So if you do want to have pocket safety, just hold the red button down and it will go off. Okay, turn it back on and we're all set. The one other thing that the switch does do is, I'm just going to put this Stardust on there, or CE5 plus, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take these batteries and put them off to the side for a second. Okay. The one thing that it does do is it reads your resistance of your atomizer or cartomizer. Sorry, I got something in my hand right there. Okay. So if you read it, hit it 5 times, it will read the resistance of your atomizer or cartomizer. So let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is just like the newer Lambos, the newer version of the Lambos. So basically, that is the L-Rider transformer. The threadings on this have been pretty decent. I've had no problems with it cross-threading. The only thing that it does tend to do, now this does come off this portion. Okay, the threading is a little loose here, so when you do put it on, it's a little loose right there, but when the battery is tightened on there, it's nice and sturdy on there. And you can notice I've been handling this and you can see all the fingerprints all over it. All these chrome devices seem to have horrible fingerprint magnet. You can see down into the center there, the positive post right there, and the PCB board or whatever you want to call it in there. Okay, but the threading is pretty nice. It is an all metal battery cap with a vent hole on it. Okay, let me just throw in the 18350 so you can see what it looks like that in that mode. Okay. Alright, so there you go. Oh, do I have this off? No, it's on. Let me bring that up a little bit. When you put a new battery in, it does bring it down to 3.0, 3.7. And let's read the resistance on that one more time. 2.3. All right, folks, there is the L Rider. Let's talk about it, see how she vapes. Okay, folks, so there you have it, the L Rider transformer. Not Optimus, not Megatron, but the L Rider transformer. I know, that was a bad joke. Anyhow, let me show you how it vapes and talk a little bit about it. You can see it's vaping very well. The power that I get out of this device is very accurate. It vapes very similar to my Provari, meaning the power wise. If I set it to 4.2 volts, low resistant bulk cartomizer, I get the 4.2 volts. I cut myself shaving. Anyhow, it really is a decent looking device. I mean, it has the look of the little GG button, but not the functionality of the GG button. The GG button is a mechanical button, meaning that it doesn't have no wires or electronics with it. It is just a mechanical button. Now this actually activates a little push button in there, and it's fully electronic. The air intake ring here, I like it. It works. I've had some devices that have a little air control valve, and they don't work that well. But this seems to work all the way down. I'm getting very, very little, very tight draw. Still getting vapor, but no air. I like a more airier draw. Halfway up. Better, but still not where I like it. I'll put it all the way open. So all 5 of them holes are wide open there. Allows a lot more air to come in and allows you to get more vapor, in my opinion. I like a more airier draw. I got used to that vaping the Genesis, and I kind of stuck with it on every other device. The functionality of this device is very similar to the Lambo. It's basically a souped up Lambo. And I like it. It looks nice. I don't know how much more I could say about this device. It's the transformer. I like the options of using different batteries. When I'm at home, I tend to throw an 18350 or an 18500 in. When I'm going out on the road, I like to use the 18650 to have a longer battery life, so I'm not stuck without any, or with a dead battery. But I like the little blue screen. Sometimes it's hard to see on the blue screen, rather than the Lambo has the red screen. But they could make the numbers a little bit more visible. I wish it was a little bit better. The only thing I don't like about this switch is that if you do loosen it up and you didn't want it to fire, it is so loose. If that little threading was a little bit longer, you could loosen it up and have it like a GG, like a little lock ring right there. But other than that, the switch, it seems to be fine. I did have it in my pocket the other day, and you know how you have them little loose strings in your pocket sometimes? Well, it did catch around there. But other than that, it's been pretty fine for me. What else can I say? I think it's a pretty decent device, so if you want to check them out, electronicsticks.com has them. I know there's a couple more vendors. Who else has them? I'm not exactly sure. I think iVape has them also. But if you want to try one out, check them out. That's the L-Rider Transformer. Make sure you subscribe, not above any longer. It's down below. And comment down below. Keep vaping, everybody. Take care.